Imagine it's the year 2077. You are a high-ranking police officer and a murder suspect has just been brought into the police station. Instead of putting the suspect into a cell with steel bars like an animal in the zoo where he would await his subjective trial, the suspect is now being hooked to a machine that starts analysing his brain. The machine tells you that the person is guilty and shows you the exact way he committed the murder. But the machine does not stop there. It also tells you that he murdered one of his friends because of envy and gives you a detailed map of his way of thinking, analysing all the flaws that led to this decision. In this case, the main reason that he was so envious of his friend was his deeply rooted belief that people cannot change and he is destined to forever be less capable than his friend, which was driving him mad. Also, the machine shows you that there was a critical error in the development of his empathy processes and some other barriers which would have prevented the murder in the case of a healthy brain. The machine then suggests to you a path of solution that would train his brain to be able to feel empathy and understand that his abilities are not fixed but are directly related to his motivation to improve. The machine also suggests the duration of the training and the duration of the rehabilitation period in which the felon would be observed and analysed in order to make sure he now functions in a way that is not a threat to other humans. You now approve the suggested route and return to your office wondering what could have caused such a critical error. Obviously, the felon somehow fell through the cracks of the education system which would otherwise have taught him those critical skills and would have made sure he is able to apply them before entering the social world. This case would definitely need some further investigation. Now, let's come out of this dream and take a look at our system of justice, or, as I would argue, a system of revenge. If we start analysing our criminals, I would say none of them are people with healthy and harmoniously developed psyches, or if they are put in extreme circumstances. They very often lack empathy, are in severe depression, or in a desperate situation. Our criminals are people with problems, and instead of solving their problems, we make an example out of them so others would fear having to meet the same fate. Besides being barbaric, this process does not work very well, as we can see from the fact that in some countries which have the death penalty, there is still a lot of crime. This lack of a better solution comes from the fact that we are still in the infant stages of our understanding of how the brain works, let alone being able to fix it, like we can fix a software problem on a computer. But that does not mean we won't be able to. Just like in our body anatomy, almost all people have their liver on the right side and their heart on the left. I believe we have an anatomy of our psyche in which all healthy humans need to develop empathy, for example, in order to be able to function in society. And just as we are now able to give a new liver or a heart to a dying person, I think someday we will be able to develop the missing parts in a damaged or underdeveloped psyche. The future can look brighter, even for the darkest criminals, if we are able to find their problems and fix them, instead of just punishing them. This, I think, is a scenario more suited to a super-developed civilization. I don't think you can imagine the highly developed aliens putting their criminals in cages and letting them rot there for thousands of years. Anyway, if you agree and want to see this future soon, give your vote by liking and sharing this video so it can go viral and we can start moving in the right direction. Share your opinion below and subscribe for more future thoughts.